You know, we're not in the Pentecostal tradition. We don't just raise our hands in the air and say, God, zap me, fill me, make me holy. Oh, that it was that easy, huh? I wish it was that easy. God has designed it so that his breath, his spirit, comes into us as we digest his word. Indeed, sanctification comes about as we act upon the word of God, because it is the living word of God. It's not just a set of rules. It's not some good advice that God has given us. This is God in his word. Do you believe it? Amen. No wonder the devil wants to keep attacking the word of God, because he doesn't want us to cross the line and start believing that it's actually God. It's his voice. It's his ability to breathe in us. If I can succeed this morning in communicating that one point to you, we've had a successful morning. I'm going to repeat it again. The relationship between hearing and acting on the Word of God and receiving the breath, the Spirit, the very life of God himself in the person of the resurrected Jesus Christ, being brought into our lives for another day. Wow. What a privilege that is. We can be God-breathed people every day of our lives. Just by hearing the word and acting upon it. What word here tells us that the action is important? Oh, thank you, obedience. It's an ugly word to many people today. But we can't even obey without God in us, can we? It's not even possible. It's God who puts faith in us. It's God who makes it possible for us to respond to his word. It took me years to realize it's Jesus in me who's responding to his Father so willingly. It's not me getting more willing every day. It's Jesus in me who has such a willing response to his Father. Not my will, Father. Even if it's to lay down my life, it's not my will. This is Jesus, and if he's in you and he's in me, you'll have a great willingness to hear the word and to act upon it, because you will know this is God's means of bringing sanctification, inspiration. He's at it again, our theologian here. It's God's means of bringing his life, his very life, into us. Wow. And I know all kinds of people that wish to shortcut that. They beg God to give them his life, and I tell them, don't waste your breath. Simply hear his word, act upon it, and you'll have the life of God in you every single day. How's your faith this morning? So the most deadly thing we could ever do, of course, dangerous thing to do, is to hear the word of God and make a deliberate choice not to act upon it. Deadly dangerous. Because we're cutting ourselves off from the source of life. Even though we might be loud in our proclamations about how we believe in Jesus and his soon return, the evidence is our willingness to hear and obey the word of God, especially since we realize this is God's speaking.